this meeting to order. Roll call. Mayor Juarez. Here. President McCarthy. Here. Council Butcher. Here. Council Newmiller.
Here.
Council Sutherland.
Here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we're going to close the public regular meeting and open the public hearing. I now declare the public hearing for the consideration for liquor license renewal for Klaus W. Conrad Jr., DBA, the Oregon Trail Bar. The hearing will be conducted in accordance with state statutes, Mills Council procedures, and other applicable laws. The hearing has been set and advertised in accordance with the state statutes. I would ask those individuals who wish to address the council on this issue to approach the lectern and state your name for the record. Do we have a report from staff on this item? Yes, the Oregon Trail Bar is compliant with both the city and Wyoming Liquor Division. Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak in favor of this item? Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak in favor of this item? And for a third time, is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak in favor of this item? At this time, is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak in opposition of this item? Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition of this item? And for a third time, is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak in opposition of this item? There being no others to speak for or against the item, I now declare this public hearing closed. At this time, I'm going to reopen the regular council meeting session. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. Is there any discussion? How does council vote?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. At this time, we're going to go into open discussion. For those in the audience that would like to speak to council, we do ask that you approach the lectern, state your name and address for the record, and please be mindful of the 5-minute clock you have there. If you have any documentation that you'd like to provide to council, please hand it to our clerk here, and we ask that you limit your time to 5 minutes and address the council directly with any questions you may have. Is there anyone that wishes to speak to the council at this time?
What, can you speak about anything or what?
Yep.
Oh, cool, yeah, I want to speak. Yeah, sorry, I've never been to one of these meetings before, but my name's Chris Bennett, I live at 240 North 3rd Avenue. I want to address the council about the bus stop. They moved the bus stop from the school, the old Mountain View School, to the behind Maverick. I don't know why they did that. My concern is that basically it's a truck stop. There's an apartment complex there. There's a bus stop there that is just a bus stop, a regular city bus stop. And anybody can just stop and wait there. And it doesn't matter if it's my kid or somebody else's kid. It causes a concern because of the fact that we don't know who these people are or why they're there, other than a bus stop and a truck stop, you know? And so nobody really knows these people, but at a school bus stop, you can kind of get a sense of who people are when they're there. And when you have no idea and you're just seeing people for the first time, you don't know whether you can trust them or not trust them. Granted, you can't really trust anybody nowadays, but my concern is that they moved it for what reason? It just doesn't make sense to me. So if there's anything that we can do to move it back to where it was, that would be, I think, beneficial for the kids and for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've heard, it's pretty congested over there, right?
Right, yeah.
Even with
yeah.
trucks. And
Yeah, even the park
mentioning
next to
that.
them. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And our officers have observed that there were, double lines of parents at pickup drop-off time where, they were parked in the street as well as on the shoulder, blocking traffic. And I don't know why they moved it. I know that the school itself closed, obviously. I don't think that was why they moved it, but that would be a question we can probably reach out to us.
School district, is that who chooses the bus stops?
Well, are you referring though to the actual intercity bus service?
For my school kid, for my
For the
daughter,
school
she goes to school.
Okay.
School
Yeah.
district.
The bus.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
School
we
bus.
could reach out to the district and see.
I realize that one person saying something up here doesn't really make a big difference, but I'm really would think that I'm speaking for everybody when I say that it's just not an appropriate place to have
Sure.
a school bus stop. And I mean, that bus doesn't even pull into that bus area anyways because it's for the city bus.
Right. No, I totally see your concern, and I'm a mom, so I get it. I would be concerned too.
It seems just like a lot of traffic flow as it is in that small area, and I don't think that was probably the best choice
Right.
overall for them to put it there. I'm sure they have their reasons, we'll find out what that might be, but, we'll look into
Okay.
it for sure. I think we agree with you on that one.
Thank you for your time. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the council, my name is Nick Reyes. I live at 2968 Pheasant Drive, which is in Casper. This photo depicted a piece of land that belongs to the city. It's right next to G-Ma's Diner, and it has the Kelly Timmerman Square Memorial there. And I'm here to ask if the council would consider selling that piece of land. I'm interested in putting up a billboard on that location and possibly doing something else as the size might be conducive to adding maybe some small storage units or something of that nature.
I believe this is part of a drainage area, isn't it? That way we have it like that?
Yes, I believe. Mhm.
Oh, and our town administrator might be able to talk a bit more about that, but,
It's a pretty soft area, but the drainage is actually on the east side of the lot.
okay, thank you. So traditionally, in requests like this, what we do is, take it with council. It's, something that we would do in an executive session to talk amongst the council. So what we can do is take your information and, we'll give it to Sarah there, and we can discuss in an executive session at a later, point in time. That way gives us time to research and fully evaluate. And also, if you wanna provide us any more information on that business plan as well, that would be helpful. So we could probably plan for maybe in 2 weeks, we could do an executive session to talk deeper about this as a council,
Thank you.
if that works for you.
If you just want to hang out, then I can.
Yep. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I thought, yeah, absolutely. Do that.
How we doing?
Hi.
You guys probably remember from the last one, but my name's Garrett Neufeld, live off of Rosberg Road and Zero Road. We've got the Good Nature's Farm stand in the complex there. I never thought I was gonna be on this side of the discussion. That was the last time I was on the other side of it, but really what I wanted to ask and kind of give my concerns for is it looks like we're gonna get another vape shop. We're trying really hard, we're trying very hard to promote a healthy lifestyle and living and everything. And I don't know if you guys know, but in order to get our farm stand where it is, we had to take over the old Double Diamond Vapor Shop that was there. And financially, we're still fighting to redo that building, how trashed it was, how messed up it was. The floors, the HVAC system's gonna cost $8,000 to fix. The floor is another $11,000 to fix. It's expensive from something that got torn up, right? So, yeah, that stuff, it's just, I pulled a couple of notes here that I thought was interesting to Natrona County itself. Do you guys know that the Natrona County High School has over 20% of the students vape? You're supposed to be 21 years old to buy that stuff, and yet over 20% of our students are vaping currently. Brings down another thought that I thought was really crazy to me is, and this is Natrona County statistic, this wasn't like a countrywide, this is something I pulled from Natrona County, where a vape shop is within a 3-block radius, it brings down the value 7%. the value of the property and the industries around it, 7% get brought down. Something I'm not really looking too forward to, being like just opened a business right there in the corner. Just kind of a mess with it and everything. Again, I came to you guys about a few months ago to open up a farm stand there. We're supporting local farmers. That thing's going over way beyond what we thought it was going to be. It's such a way cool experience. We got hit up so hard for kids to bring pumpkins in that we're bringing in a semi-load. Didn't think we needed that much, but apparently we do, so we're going to. That's something we want to do. We want to keep this for families to be bringing their children to, the farmers markets. Being open on a Sunday is a big thing for folks getting out of church, and that concerns us if we're going to have what attracts coming from a vapor shop. What kind of business are we going to get from that? And I know there's other folks here that want to speak on it too, but I just think it's a crossroads that we're at where I really want to invest some more into the community. We had to have a very long discussion with the building's owner on what to do with that building because it's so torn up, and they left us on our own. They said, hey, it's your decision what you want to do with it. We had to financially make the decision to move forward. We really contemplating on backing out, but we said that's not the answer. The answer is just, what is it, pull yourself up, right? Let's just throw, and it's kind of like, let's just keep moving forward. So we made that decision to move forward. To find out the very next week that a sign goes up, another vape shop's coming in. And another concerning thing is the delivery behind it too. It's supposed to be 24/7 or something like that, according to the sign. So that's just the biggest thing I want to look at is just, I really hope we take a really long look at what that's going to do to our community. We've already had 2 of them in Mills fail that didn't do very well, and I'm cleaning up after one of them right now. I'd hate to see what something that scale or that size is going to be. That's a 5,400 square foot building. What is something that size going to end up doing? So that's just voicing my concern.
Well, we're glad to see you tonight. We were just talking about your farm stand and how much you're loving it, so we're glad that you're here. And
awesome.
excited to hear that it's successful. And I'm disheartened to hear that you're having to carry the HVAC corrections yourself and not the building owner. That's really unfortunate.
The floor is more the concern. We're not too concerned about the HVAC. It's not too big a deal. The floor is the big deal. But that's just, and the only reason for that is because of how we deal. Our garden, the way our garden works is we have to be able to clean up water.
Oh.
So we have to remove everything from it and remove carpet. We found another problem. We removed that. We found another problem. And it just, every time let's replace a door, we find another problem. So at this point, we've just made a decision. Let's just start from ground zero. Let's gut this whole thing. Let's get rid of all the problems, and let's stay here for a while. And so that was the decision: is let's be here more than 2 years. So we made a decision. If we're going to do this, this is a 5 to 10 year plan, not a 2 year. See how things are. No, let's financially dump into this for a while.
Well, I really appreciate that you have a long-term vision as well. That means a lot to us.
Awesome. I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name's Jeanette Valentine. I own the Daylight Donut Shop out there in that same complex. Where they want to put the, I guess you can hear me. And I have 4693 West Yellowstone Highway is the address of the business. I've been out there for 26 years. And I am witness to what the Double Diamond Vape Shop did to that complex. It was rough. It was hard. There was evening fights. There were needles found in the parking lot and in the sidewalks. I'm just concerned about another vape shop going in. That's really all it is. And also the 24/7. I come in late at night, and that just, I get spooked if there's somebody parked in the parking lot. And when I come in, I'm just very cautious of it. I don't want to be spooked, and I don't know that these people will be the same as the Double Diamond Vape. I don't know what the 24/7 delivery means. If they're going to be there, if other people are coming in, what it is. I don't know what their store hours might be. We're not clear on that. And I just want to voice my concerns about another one coming into my neighborhood after 26 years of putting up with the Double Diamond Vape. So that's really all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
understand, thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to speak during open discussion?
Well, we're aware of that previous tenant. That tenant was a very unique situation, and we are hopeful, but, you know, we can't do much about it to prevent it, criminal activity or not. It has to take place first before we can do anything about it. That situation, however, was unfortunate and somewhat isolated. We had another vape shop that didn't have any problems with it, so I'm not excusing the behavior from the person who owned that one. It was very extreme what they were doing, and it caused a lot of problems to a lot of businesses within that area. But now that I'm aware of it, I think this council is more aware of it, we're gonna do what we can to have a presence there and talk with the owners about our expectations. But the truth of the matter is we don't really have much ability to prevent it from coming in. We've looked at what we can and can't do, and most of it is what we can't do. We can't deny a business from opening, and we can't, say no to something that might be down the road a problem when it hasn't taken place yet. And I understand the frustration there, and I do have concerns as well. We just don't have the ability to say no to it as it stands right now. I am curious about the 24/7.
Yeah, is that something that we can do about that, the 24/7?
Well, unfortunately, I mean, it's all dependent upon the zoning of the area, and I can double check the zoning, but I don't believe that there's anything in the zoning presently that would preclude a business from operating in that fashion. I think maybe some of the convenience stores that are in that area actually do. And so they're essentially operating under the same set of criteria.
I think that it's just gonna take all of us to, make our presence known, especially with the new tenants, and go introduce yourself and let them know that you're keeping an eye on things, and that, you'll call our officers the moment you see anything questionable, and that's kind of how we as a community can curb any potential for issues. But we did look pretty intensively into this issue for most of today and yesterday, as far as our zonings go and all of that, and our business licenses, and we do not have an avenue to restrict, as far as I can tell, any of this. And we're even looking into the age limits of vapes and all of that, just to make sure that we're aware of any situations that could arise, and we're informed ahead of time so we can handle it when and if those things happen. Does council have any comments?
No, but we totally hear you. Our concerns are the same as yours. So just know that it's not going in deaf ears, that we hear you for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a catch-22 to sometimes, we want business and we want growth, but that, we have a limited ability to say no to certain things.
Resolutions.
Yeah, just seeing if we have anything to say, but no. All right, I don't know about everything. If there's no one else that wants to speak in open discussion at this time, I'll go ahead and move to resolution number 2024-34, a resolution accepting bid for 2 police vehicles.
I move that we approve resolution number 2024-34.
Second.
Is there any discussion? How does council vote?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes. Do I have a motion to, or I should say, well,
I move that the council approves the Oregon Trail Bar liquor license renewal.
I second
Second.
that.
is there any discussion? How does council vote?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
How does council vote?
Aye.
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 Motion passes.